KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Alrighty, here we go. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast here for y'all Wednesday. What's going on, y'all?
I'm just helping Virginia put together her Halloween playlist, and I'm giving her some suggestions for some bangers.
He is.
Okay.
I'm already 40 songs deep, and it's tight. You ain't gonna hear no Monster Mash on this cut.
Okay. I just added to her playlist the Poltergeist theme, which is very creepy, but it sounds all happy. But it's
cool.
It's fucking creepy. And then you've got the Tales from the Crypt theme you want.
Tales from the Crypt. He also added Nightmare on Elm Street. Not Nightmare on My Street, but the song from the movie that
Freddy's
is so
theme.
Freddy's theme that is so creepy. I didn't have that. I added that.
Dawkins did the theme song for Dream Warriors. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
part
three,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Part
That was
3
a Dawkins jam.
Part 3 is not very good.
Yeah, neither was the song.
So don't add it.
I don't know if I would. But
I don't think you should have the
no, I don't know if that'd be the one. I heard you were over there playing the song from the Lost Boys, which is a good one.
Well, we were playing it because your boy Corey Feldman covers it in his live rock and roll show, rock and roll show is kind of a loose term I use on that one.
It's a pretty bad version of it. I was playing it for Kevin, and
Yeah.
Kevin stopped reading emails for a second. Goes, "What the fuck is that?"
Remember the original, though, from the Lost Boys?
Yes.
That was a great song.
It is. It's a great. That's why I would love to hear that on a Halloween playlist. If I heard that, I'd be like, that's pretty cool.
I added
Yeah.
it. I just
Yeah.
added it. It's you can grab it on
Yeah.
Apple Music. It's there.
Would you put Ozzy Osbourne's "Bark of the Moon" in there, or is that too?
Sure.
I
I mean,
don't know if people would like that or not.
is Ozzy? Is it real heavy or is it creepy?
To me, it's more of just a jam, but it's "Bark of the Moon," da 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 da, and so it's got like a Halloween theme. Like I said, if the video is he's a werewolf during the whole thing.
I believe there's also a Sleepy Hollow song from a Disney cartoon that's kind of popular that you should put on there. I think Ichabod Crane. There's a musical and there's a song that you should put on there about little Sleepy Hollow.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure this party. Wait, what am I doing? I'm competing against you. I just realized we're in a Halloween off.
We can share this playlist. Do you have Apple Music?
Yeah, but I ain't. No, man, I got my own vibe going.
You've added to it.
He's gonna do ragtime.
Ragtime's horrifying. It can be horrifying, Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh, murder. It's good.
Well, I got a lot of people with other comments about the KVJ horror movie anniversary. Lindsay said last night we ordered a pizza and we watched the anniversary. From all the fine details, Easter eggs, and crazy twist at the end. It was such a great movie. Jay Bernadette did such a fantastic job. Here's a photo of my 2-year-old enjoying the movie with us.
Shit. And he's watching Boog.
Yeah, right.
Those kids might have nightmares.
It does warm my heart.
Rocco watched it too, but he also was there for a lot of the filming of it, so he knows it's not real.
Okay.
I think that's the difference. Like, if your kid was on the set, then they're not going to be as freaked out by it.
No, I definitely think you should justify your bad parenting.
Can you hear me justifying my bad parenting, Kevin? You're good at this.
Rocco.
I am. I'm great at it.
Am I okay?
Seems good to me. You're fine.
You're good.
You're fine.
Justified.
Perfect. Yeah. Jen said, I was wondering if the Q&A is going to be posted onto YouTube, and I want to find out what the secret reveal was.
Oh, yes. It will be posted.
Can we talk about that now here?
We can't. I do feel it's going to be disappointing to the good people.
Okay.
We did warn them about that. It could be disappointing. It's just about one of the kills in the movie. There's a part where I stomp on someone's head, and it explodes. And
great effect.
When we made the guy that did the stunt or that helped build that, told me when I squish it. It was not. It was only supposed to go just a few
oozing.
Just oozing. It wasn't supposed to spray everywhere. But when I went to stomp on it, by my third time, it would not break.
Okay. Yeah.
And we're running out of time, so we put a thumbtack on the bottom of my shoe.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to do it again, and when I did it that time, it exploded, and we were filming here at work in our main conference room.
The fancy conference room.
It's called the White Room.
It's called the White Room.
It's all white and clean.
Everything is white. The walls, the carpet.
But this was the only place where I was able to get everybody here. I mean, it really was my only option. I swear to you. I tried to find other places to film this scene, and I couldn't.
There was so much red dye all over the carpet.
So when I went to go do it, it actually worked. I mean, it worked amazing. It looked great on the video, but it went everywhere. It went on the carpet,
walls.
So if you hear the real take of it, I mean, I never shut the fuck up. That was one time after I hit the thing, you hear nothing but silence for about 7 seconds. Everyone in the room just couldn't believe it, and then you hear Denny's goes, "I'll tell you what, though, it looks really good." and then it pretty much cuts off. But yes, we spent, I mean, a lot of time. That ended the filming for the night. In fact, that was the end of that scene. There was more to that scene, and I kind of had to end the whole thing and start cleaning it up because, managers, they don't want the room to be fucked up, and I understand that. And I knew I had to clean it, and I knew it was going to take a bit of time, and I knew it was going to cost money, and it did. It cost me.
Well, you cleaned it first, but then we went in there. And we're like, oh my gosh, this is not clean. You can still see it like really bad. It was red, even after cleaning it thoroughly with our team. So we call in a professional, my friend at Steamtronics, who does all my carpets in my house. He's amazing. He's a former football player. You would love him, Kevin.
I would, yeah.
He brought in his whole rig. And on the day that we bring in the rig to clean it, they're in there having a big meeting. And nobody,
all of our bosses, they're sitting over the stain.
They're sitting on top of the stain, and luckily none of them looked down. They didn't see it. So we got this guy in the lobby, and we're just like holding him. We don't want them to see the equipment. We don't want them to see him.
Right.
And their meeting went on forever, so he had to leave. He came back the next day. Like, it was a whole thing.
I had to pay for that time.
We had to pay him for 2 days of work.
Long story short, it was expensive, and I wasn't doing it to be a jerk.
Right.
I really was. Funny thing is, we put everything down to protect it.
Yeah.
And it worked too good. I'm so used to shit not working in my life.
This effect worked too good.
But yeah, we got it cleaned. And,
okay. Good. All right.
It wasn't, again, to be a jerk.
Well, today we're doing some Halloween fact or fiction, and one factoid that I had seen, I did not believe. I did Google it and ChatGPT it, and I did not find anything that contradicted it. I still can't believe it. There has never been a verified incident where poisoned Halloween candy was handed out at random in an attempt to harm children. And so I put that in there because I'm like, and I still don't know that I believe it at this point. But David sent an email. He said, there are cases where kids were poisoned or killed on purpose and the candy wasn't handed out at random. So maybe that's the trick. There was one father that was drowning in debt, and he gave his kids and their friend poisoned pixie sticks, and his son died. And it turns out he had life insurance policies on his kids, and he did it for the money. What an asshole.
That's a little bit different to me, though.
Yeah, killed his own kids for the life insurance?
Yeah, so I think it's maybe the wording, because it says handed out at random. And that would still make the statement that I had true.
Yes.
Because that wasn't handed out at random. That was intentionally handed out to poison someone.
And if you have to dig into the internet to find some shit, that kind of shows you how terrible the problem really is.
Yeah, well, that was it. The stories I was finding was saying it's a lot of it is just urban myths and legends, and it's way overblown that everybody freaks out about poison candy and razor blades in it, and they said there's really nothing to that. It started in the 1970s. People were just kind of, making a thing out of nothing, and it just kind of stuck. It was one of those things, and it got printed up in the New York Times and like 4 other massive publications across the U.S., and then everybody, like Jay Bird's mom, thought that everybody's getting poisoned.
Well, that's what they did again. I mean, I won't go on the huge clown rant again, but there was 4 different groups of clowns going around the country trying to scare people. Then all of a sudden there was a ban on clowns. And I remember you even asked the audience, you go, if you want to dress as a clown, should you not? And people are like, no, you shouldn't dress as a clown. It's wrong. Just because a few people were dressing as clowns, but the media made it sound like clowns were killing motherfuckers left and right all over the country, which they were not.
We've come back around on the clown. It's not canceled anymore.
But it just shows you a few little reports on something can make people really go insane.
They canceled clowns.
They did
for a whole season.
They did. I thought that was the stupidest shit ever.
It's kind of like that conversation that we had today about what the media made you stop doing, because there have been so many reports. I'd be like, forget about it. Judy said in 1978 in Pittsburgh, I was given a taffy apple. They suspected it was what was used to hide the tip of a straight pen. I wound up eating it, and I spent over 10 days in St. Joseph's Hospital on the south side of Pittsburgh. It caused a small tear in the lining of my colon. We could never prove it was Halloween candy that caused it, though. That's crazy. So that
if you ate a straight pin when you were eating Halloween candy, it was probably the Halloween candy. Your mama's not going to put a straight pin in the lasagna.
Well, that was 1978.
Unless Mama wanted to put it in the lasagna.
Mom, what?
I'm just saying, dog.
She would never.
Well, the dad did it with the pixie stick.
He's a dad.
That's raising man, Kevin.
Christy in Green Bay said, I know Bert hates candy corn. We were talking about that today as well, too. But you should have him try salted peanuts mixed with candy corn. Dump some in a bowl, mix it up, take a handful of peanuts and candy corn. See if he likes it. I feel like it's a game changer for candy corn.
Oh, I will eat the fuck out of that.
Well, I think, you know what, you probably couldn't make that, though. I don't know if you could be able to make it.
Candy corn with peanuts. I would even add like caramel corn to that, too.
Really? Yeah, that sounds hard. I don't think you could be... If you don't,
what about M&Ms? Shouldn't you put M&Ms in there?
I could do that.
If you add M&Ms, it would be amazing. But again, I think that the level of difficulty is very great. Yeah. And I don't. She's busy and stuff. I don't think she could do it.
Is the chocolate pretzel too much?
It makes it more challenging, but more awesome. And again, I don't think she's going to be able to pull this off. I mean, I could be wrong, but
this is how he tricks me into making him treats.
You like a challenge? Yeah, just give Virginia a food challenge.
And I kind of feel like she can't make pierogies that great these days.
I brought a fuck ton of pierogies to the KVJ horror movie premiere, and Jay Bird didn't get a single one of them.
Again?
Yeah.
Isn't that always the thing? You make him a ton of pierogies and he doesn't get to eat one of them?
Kevin, I spent over an hour frying up these pierogies. I like to pan fry them in butter with sauteed onions.
Yes.
They're so good.
All week long, motherfucker's been texting me how great the pierogies were. Like, so I've heard.
Again, you didn't get a single pierogi.
I didn't get a single pierogi.
Damn.
No. Nope.
Did you get any of the Bud's chicken and seafood? Because Bud's came out. They brought sandwiches, corn fritters, bird sauce.
I got nothing. No food of any sort. No.
Shit.
Wow. That's disappointing.
Yeah.
Next year, you know what we should all do? We should get there early and have our own little party before the party starts. Because when that party started, it was a tornadic party. It was so fast moving and just whipping our hair around. It was crazy.
If I eat pierogies before an event, I will not be fast moving. I gotta, you know how the bird parties.
You party after.
I get my liquid diet on the front end, and then I crash with my food at the end of the night.
And I almost made you a to-go box, but I'm like, he's gonna leave it somewhere.
That would have been amazing to have left behind. Yes, I would have left it behind.
You would have left it behind.
Michael has got some food convo here. Let me see some of the stuff that he wanted to chat about food-wise. He said, frozen pizza, DiGiorno has come out with 2 new flavors, pineapple pickle pizza, which is gross, and stuffed crust beef taco pizza, which is amazing. Nacho cheese is stuffed in the crust and taco beef and peppers in the toppings.
They both sound god-awful to me.
Okay. Do you know Cheetos is coming out with pretzels now?
I did see something about that.
I would try that.
Yeah, I would try that too. And look, I love Cheetos, but Cheetos is a high maintenance girl. You can't just eat a Cheeto and be done with Cheetos, and that is just. I mean, you have to then wash off the. It's a whole to do.
Rolled Gold already makes a pretzel that's a cheddar flavor, but it's no dust on the outside. It's baked into the inside.
Snyder's is the best when it comes to cheddar dust or any dust on any pretzel. It's Snyder's and only Snyder's. Fight me.
No, Snyder's is amazing. I don't even know how you go against that.
Snyder's had a barbecue one that they I think they went out in '98 with their barbecue.
The Snyder's pretzel sandwich with the cheese in the middle. So good.
They do good things. Mm-hmm. They do good things.
Oh, I could get down on some.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not having any salt or any carbs, so it's like no way I could do that right now. But man, that sounds fucking amazing.
I'll eat for you today. I'll do a little maybe I'll do a little bathtub. Food video.
Make me a sexy video.
All the things you can't eat.
I want to see it. Make it wet.
He also said you were talking about the Buckeye candies. It's the peanut butter covered in chocolate. And he said, Jaybird, you can buy a case of them at Cracker Barrel store for about $8.
Whoa, a case?
Mm-hmm. And he said, I also heard you say you've never been to Kilwins. You got to go. I go to the one in downtown Stewart all the time. You can smell the amazingness 1,000 feet away.
Kilwins is good, bruh. They make their own waffle cones right there, and it does smell like somebody's making waffles. It's so yummy.
What else they got?
They got candy. They got ice cream. They're most famous for their ice cream, but they do fudge. They do candy. They do souvenirs, treats.
Oh, I want to eat till it hurts today.
It looks a lot like a Hoffman's. I know you know what Hoffman's looks like on the inside.
That's good. That's good eat living. Right
Kilwins is just like a Hoffman's.
Man, I would love to have a little fudge party.
They do fudge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of yearning for a little fudge today.
Fudge it up, baby.
Can I talk to a fat Kevin real quick? Is he there somewhere?
Yes. You know what? I used to love Christmas because we'd always get a ton of Christmas fudge.
What type of fudge was your favorite?
I think it was a chocolate nut. Was right up there. Our neighbor would always make it. She'd bring it over, a big old tub of fudge. Man. Fat kid, man, it was so delightful.
The best is peanut butter fudge, nutless.
Oh yeah,
just like
I love
Kevin.
That too.
I love nutless. I don't like nuts.
They call it the Kevin fudge.
They call that the
He's
Kevin.
nutless.
That sounds so good. Damn, homemade Christmas fudge. I like the sound of that. That's
unbelievable.
shit.
Unbelievable.
That one woman, I kind of have odds. I don't know. Every time I buy fudge from her, she's kind of rude.
At the fair?
No, I don't want to.
Sorry.
Come on. Never mind. I'm not telling the story.
There's several fudge ladies at the fair.
I'm not.
There's one that he's got beef with because she does. She throws attitude with her fudge.
man.
Well, I buy so much fucking products from her. You'd think she'd love me.
You think she'd be nice at least?
She like scowls at me when I get it.
What did I do?
This. Yeah. But it's so good. There's sometimes something so good. I gotta fight to the bad attitude.
Bruh, Kilwins and Hoffman's both have homemade fudge. You don't need to put up with her fucking attitude.
It's true.
There's other fudge in town.
It's so good though. Maybe part of me kind of likes the attitude.
Yeah, you do.
You like to be disciplined.
He likes a fudge wench. Yeah. Yeah, keep it dirty. Also in Stewart, somebody had sent me an email that I can't find, but thank you for the suggestion. It's a place called Sip Tequila on Federal Highway. And instead of kind of like a wine tasting, it's you go in and you try different tequilas.
Oh, I'd be so fucked up.
Yeah, that's the only thing with the difference. I thought that too. I was like, gosh, it sounds amazing, but I mean, look, when I sip tequila, I don't sip a lot of tequila because it doesn't take a lot of tequila to get you hooked up.
No,
it does not.
We ain't got the willpower, and that's okay. There's other things we're better at.
I want to be a marathon runner, not a sprinter.
Look, this judgment.
What town is this in on Federal Highway? In Stewart.
Uh-huh.
Called Tequila what?
Sip Tequila is the name of it.
Sip Tequila.
Yeah, and I put it on my little guide there. So whenever I got a day to kill and head to the Treasure Coast.
If I was going to have a tequila restaurant, I would call it Tequila Mockingbird, and that'd be funny.
That'd be great.
Gosh, Kevin hates you so much in the moment right now.
He's still mad because I called him nutless.
Yeah, right.
He's like,
I'm a fat kid. I got no nuts. I mean, come on.
No, Fat Kevin's amazing.
Can we emasculate the poor child anymore?
We love you, Kevin.
Little fat kid with 2 little shriveled raisins.
Oh.
It's a terrible picture. Wouldn't be able to even see him with the girth.
Oh.
Other food stuff. Sky sent this in. She said, I went to Knoxville over the weekend and I found a Shoney's. And let me tell you, it is alive and well in Tennessee.
Okay.
She says it was disappointing.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, this was the woman that we talked to her last week, right? Is this the same person?
Don't remember.
Remember someone was going to go to Shoney's?
Yeah.
I think it's the same. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It was $15 a person for the breakfast buffet, and their food was so greasy it was borderline inedible.
Oh,
And I love me
no.
some greasy food. Most of the things I tried were bland and sat like a rock in my stomach for the whole day.
Oh.
The restaurant itself looks like it was frozen in time in the 80s, which is fine, but it felt dirty. I would not recommend.
It can be 80s. It just can't be dirty.
Yeah, because Virginia showed me a place, this
Volcanoes.
up in Tequesta. It really looks like it's frozen in time. I would say 89 to 91, but it's clean. It's got a whole charm to it, and the food's very good.
And they are big fans of the show, and they love when we come in there. They pull out the grappa. They pull out the good stuff, and we party in Volcanoes. I highly recommend that place too.
Okay.
I don't talk about it enough. It's not fancy, but it is delicious.
I was curious to see if even if you run the Shoney's top of the line, will it still suck? Or if you went full gorilla with your best foot forward with the Shoney's, would it taste good? Is that a management problem, or is that just, man, Shoney's is awful?
Yeah. Here's some photos of the buffet that they had set up.
I haven't seen her in so long.
Oh shit! They haven't changed a bit.
Damn, the cheese sauce, is that cheese? I think that's the cheese
you
sauce
look at-
right there.
That's the eggs.
Oh, that's it. Ugh.
That's the
Yeah, if
eggs.
you think that the eggs are cheese sauce, that may not be a good thing.
There used to be a cheese sauce, but it was in a round container.
Oof.
And
it was warm.
Kevin, what would happen too? There'd be so many people doing the cheese sauce, and there'd be dried cheese
Skin.
sauce on the side.
But there'd be
and-
skin.
Yeah.
There's your
Cheese
dessert.
sauce skin.
They do have them cinnamon apples, so that's the dessert thing.
Ooh.
Danishes, cinnamon apples is what they have.
I like cinnamon apples.
Yeah.
Those look like some daps, though. Dried ass pastries right there.
Yeah, no, that isn't the place to go. I tell you, my family, man, if you're in that area, they love them. A place called the Apple Barn and Cider Mill. I could not even believe. I just sat there in awe one time. Last time I went to my family reunion, it's just how unhealthy they were eating. I still have a vivid memory of it, and honestly, I have a vivid memory of 5 people eating, and all 5 are dead.
Oh damn!
I mean,
It was a buffet.
it's true Southern cooking. No, it wasn't a buffet, but it's kind of like if you want Southern food, and they're all Southerners, man. Everything's fried, everything's got gravy,
Biscuits and gravy,
It's all
sausage
that-
gravy.
Yep, it's all that kind of stuff. In fact, I think you just got cinnamon apples. That dessert, that was just part of it. That was part. You had to pass that before you could eat your other 8,000 calories.
And not all cinnamon apples are created equal. There are some that are too hard. You want them a little almost like soft.
The key to making good cinnamon apples is using different apples. You can't have all the apples have the same texture. You add in different apples, some Red Delicious, some Granny Smith.
Do you do that with apple pie as well?
Absolutely. That is the key.
That sounds kind of difficult to make. You can make that?
I've made apple pie from scratch every Thanksgiving. I make it for Panda.
Huh. That sounds hard. I didn't know you could do.
Another challenge.
I just don't think she can
Right.
do it. I don't know. But sure, maybe.
I'll have a full fucking Thanksgiving spread
Yeah, good
by the
Lord.
time the end of this podcast happens.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah? You don't think I can do it? I'm doing it. I'll bring in double, motherfucker.
Let me see. Got some other interesting emails here to get into. Jennifer said, yesterday I was all set to watch the KVJ movie after getting out of the shower at about 8:20 p.m. And I was about to,
What were you wearing?
apparently nothing getting out of the shower, you know what I'm saying? My cousin started WhatsApping, so I got into that combo, and I was looking on TikTok for some live music to listen to while in this WhatsApp combo, which is when I came across this TikToker that was playing Britney's audiobook, and I've never been a huge Britney fan, but because I was having a WhatsApp combo, I had to listen, and wow, Again, I'm not a Britney fan, but my heart broke for her and it made me tear up.
The book sounds good, y'all. I know people from Louisiana, close to where Britney grew up, that have already bought it and listened to the whole entire thing, and they're loving it.
She said an hour later, I was still listening, and since I have to be up by 5 a.m., I decided to record the rest, which I listened to on my drive just now. Please support Britney by buying her book. I bought the audio version just now to support. I was one of those people who was for the conservatorship, but after listening to her life story, all I can say is I am not a Britney fan, but please support her by buying her book.
Yeah, I'm going to, for my next road trip, I will have the Britney book and I will listen to it in its entirety. I'm so excited.
Okay. So you're buying into that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Also, a comment, you're talking about Kanye West earlier. And
I heard that he...
Yeah, Virginia, according to the dirt, he has HIV.
I said the wrong letters. I meant to say ADHD. I'm so sorry. That's not funny, but it's kind of funny.
And Jeremy said, yeah, he's claimed that he developed autism, not that he's bipolar, too, just to clarify.
It's hard to keep up with Kanye.
Well, Kim Kardashian said he was bipolar. And hashtag believe Kim.
Okay.
Oh, Virginia can't even stop laughing. Suits, please zone into her because she's laughing. She's trying to get people mad by saying, always believe Kim Kardashian. She knows what she's fucking doing.
Earlier on Make Up or Break Up, we had an email from this girl who was dating this guy for 3 months. 6 months in, she heard about his best friend from childhood named Jack, who lives in Miami. They decided to meet Jack for dinner. All of a sudden, this really hot chick walks up, and she's confused by the introduction because her husband, or boyfriend, jumps up and like hugs her. And she's like, are you Jack's girlfriend? And she's like, no. I am Jack. It's short for Jacqueline.
Like, wah.
Yeah. And so she was just kind of like,
why didn't they call her Jackie? Like, just the fact that her name was Jack.
I don't know. I mean,
suspect.
She had been friends with him since they were 6, so maybe it was just something that started when they were kids and stuck. But it says, I can't believe I'm hearing this on the radio, but I am Jacqueline.
What?
Yeah, she said this story happened a couple of weeks ago, and this person is mailing you guys in about her boyfriend, which has been my best friend since I was 6. We've been nothing more than friends. We did have a couple of circumstances where we could have hooked up, but nothing happened. So I just want to clear that up and let you know that this is what it is. It's
I
just
believe Jacqueline, and I think this girl needs to simmer down and not be so suspicious of a man that hasn't given you anything to be suspicious about yet.
Okay.
Look, when he starts acting squirrely, which they usually do, then be mad. Don't be mad now. He didn't do anything yet.
P.S. This was a fake email.
It might have been.
They said that?
No.
It's very convenient that Jack was listening and then sent us an email. But
you buy that bullshit for get out of here.
I buy everything. I buy reality television.
Yeah.
That was such a fake ass
I think the House of Villains is real.
That's a fake fucking email. Get out of here.
That wasn't
I'm not
fake.
sure I'm buying it either.
I believe it.
Okay.
That's the problem. Did you get on TikTok, Cam?
That's too clean and convenient. We don't get clean and convenient.
No.
I believe it.
I know you do.
Michael wanted to clarify because you were talking about the guy that had gotten up out of the jump seat and tried to basically overtake this plane on Sunday. And
he was on shrooms.
Yeah, and he said, just so you know, you don't trip balls for 48 hours because he said it was 48 hours before.
He's lying about the time frame.
I think so, too. He said, this is information. It's pretty obvious that mental and emotional problems untreated for years led to this. I don't know, though. That's a pretty extreme swing.
He probably took him in the hours before, like 2 or 3 hours before, and he's lying about the time frame.
That's what I was thinking, too. And I saw him like, I can't imagine it's still affecting him 48 hours later. And
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's not telling the truth on what he took him because
Right.
he's in a corner right now. He's going to say whatever he can say to save his ass. But that motherfucker had him one.
And the one thing I'd heard, because that's why I don't think it was the mental illness, and he may have had some issues, but everybody who knew him that was kind of testifying in the story that I had heard was like, this is the last person you would expect doing something like this. So if you make that statement, you're not going to know the person to have mental health issues. And
right.
I know a lot of people can suffer in silence, but you would think if you go to that level where you're all of a sudden trying to crash a plane, that somebody might have observed something.
Something, anything.
Right.
In fact, they're saying the opposite about the man. That hooker took shrooms in the hours before, like 2-3 hours before, and then tried to get on the plane. That's what happened.
It feels that way. And I think, didn't he get on like in Portland or something like that? I think it was like, Oregon, where they have legalized shrooms.
And the other thing too is some people take more than others. It takes other people. Sometimes it takes other people to hit longer.
Some people take a little bit and it doesn't hit, and then they take a little bit more, and then they trip their dick off.
Yeah, and then some people it does. It can last longer in some people. So he could have taken it 40 minutes before, and it started to hit him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's more of what it feels like would be realistic with that. Shannon sent an email. She said, I just wanted to share that I was in Orlando over the weekend at a pretty busy gas station. I was pumping gas, minding my own business, and a man came over and he asked for my help. And he said, I don't know how to use this pump. Can you help? Now, usually I would have said, sure, but Virginia just screamed in my head. Why would a man in a parking lot ever ask a woman for help? So I said, no, I can't. And the man seemed confused and was like, you can't help me? And I said, no. And he moved on to the next person. Sorry, dude, it wasn't going to be me. 9 out of 10 men asking for help at a gas station are creepy. Why didn't you go in and ask the workers?
Right. Let me guess. He had a white van with the sliding door right there by the pump. So when you go over to show him how to work the machine, all of a sudden you're being pulled into a van.
9 out of 10. Probably more.
Not today. Tell him to go ask a man for help.
Yeah. She said, anyway, thanks for keeping me safe.
I would have done the same thing. Leave me alone, dude. 9 out of 10 men in park. No, I will say this. Being in South Florida, and I am weird and I attract weird, there's a lot of weird shit in parking lots. For men and for women. Beware.
But if you're a guy asking for help, don't go ask a woman. Go ask another man, you dope.
Parking lots are fucked up.
Yeah.
Don't walk up to somebody, a woman, especially a kidnappable woman. And you know what I mean. A smaller statured woman, maybe younger, maybe cuter. Don't you walk up to her and ask her for shit.
It's not 9 out of 10, Kev, but parking lots are fucked up.
Go ask a man for help.
Well, I mean, I've got at least 30 weird stories just from parking lots of just on odd things people wanted to sell me.
Yeah.
From the trucks.
You
vans.
look like you want to buy something out of a van.
Motherfucker, sometimes I have.
I know you have. And that's the part of the problem.
You're right. People like me buy stuff from these vans.
They probably saw you and went, oh, wait, we sold him some shit last week. What you got?
Yeah, what you got?
Probably.
Yeah, what you got? So anyway, she said, I'm so excited to watch Anniversary. I haven't had time just yet, but I'm looking forward to it. It's
awesome. You're going to love it.
There you go. Very nice. Okay, so I think we've handled it all. I do appreciate all the emails that you have sent in here today. Thank you very much. You can send them mail@kvjshow.com. Y'all have an amazing day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.